Hey there, I'm Mark.
I'm Evan.
And on this episode, we talk about the best way to interview people so you can be an amazing interview. And then
I
somehow,
forgot we talked about that. Yeah.
and then somehow we decide that I have to leave the podcast right now to go buy a suit at H&M.
Yeah. Mark has to stop being a turtle. Let's go.
Evan.
Yep.
So let's
I'm Evan. Oh wait, no, that we do at the end. Okay,
do
good.
that at
Go.
the end. I'm Mark. This is Evan. Yeah, no, we're already recording. So you're in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You drove the whole way there
Mm-hmm.
and live streamed and figured out your backpack and all that stuff. So for those listeners who don't know what's happening here, Evan and I also do a totally different thing where we talk about the road to his 10 million.
Yeah.
Where we started talking about how he can elevate his game and how he can cover more stuff. I think if you go back and listen to the Danny episode where we talk about how someone needs to follow Evan around all the time, he basically landed on, no, I don't need someone to follow me around all the time. I need someone to follow me all around all the time who wears a backpack and live streams 8 hours every single day.
We're doing it right now. Ray's going to get in. Look. Here this is Ray. Hey, Ray. There's the camera.
What's up? He can't hear me. That's okay.
It's happening.
It's happening right now.
It's gone way smoother than I expected. We had a whole bunch of technical issues. The SIM card doesn't work in Canada. We can't figure out all the technical. You got to launch 4 different things to get this live stream up and running with different settings and buttons. And I hate all that stuff, but we figured it out. Listen, last night I was channeling you. We crossed the border. What time did we cross the border, guys? 5:30 or something by the time we started. So the sun's already starting to go down, right? The sun's already starting to go down. I got Mark Drager in my head singing, what are you going to do when the lights go off? What are you going to do, Evan, when there's no lighting? You need to get LEDs in the car and I'll research it and send it to Nina. And that never happened.
I never said that. Nina said, you figure it out and email it to me.
So the light's going down, the sun's going down. I realized in my car, there's no overhead light. What's up, Porsche? There's no overhead light. I mean, I never seen this. This is the first time I sat in the back seat of my car. Jeremy almost gets into a big accident, within 5 minutes of driving.
That was not my fault.
He says it's not his fault, but it still almost happened. Nina was scared on at least 9.5 out of 10. So anyway, there's no backseat light. What are we gonna do? We just started this thing. We gotta get to New York and keep the live stream going. So I pull up my phone and turn on the flashlight, and it's blinding, man. If you're all dark, but if we put a piece of paper on top of it or anything else,
a little diffusing filter.
you couldn't see my face.
Yeah.
No, it didn't work. It wasn't bright enough.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, whatever. This is the best. So I just I strapped it into the
Headrest.
I'm in the back seat, and I strapped it into this and it's just in my face for 4 hours. Let's go. It was awesome. But anyway, we dropped signal a whole bunch of times. We got 3 drop signal like crazy. Ray was awesome. Ray went into show host mode. And so, as soon as we dropped, okay, oh, it's down. And then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Every time was so good.
The weird thing about lives is the delay is just insane. So one, there's
What's the
whatever.
delay, What's the delay on that? What do you think the delay is?
Like a couple.
20 or 30 seconds?
10 seconds?
I will say a couple minutes.
No, a couple minutes? No, it's not a couple minutes.
I think we'll say 30
Okay.
seconds.
30
Okay,
seconds?
so we have so here's the thing. So you have a 30-second delay.
Okay.
And so we are seeing something 30 seconds after you've done it. And then we are typing comments.
Yeah.
And then 2 or 3 minutes later, Ray will actually see our comment. And none of you guys remember what we're commenting on or talking about. And it creates this really crazy loop of being like, hey, Sally says this. What? What's Sally talking about? I don't know, whatever. And it's just this it's this loop of everyone who's watching you is on one wavelength, and you guys are on both. You're ahead of us and somehow incredibly behind us because
in the future. So listen, I'm open. Listen, we have an option to reduce so it's more live.
Yeah.
Reduce the buffering or something.
Yeah.
I could let me log in and tell you what it is. But it requires more bandwidth. So then you risk it uses that delay to smooth everything out.
Mm-hmm.
So
you risk dropping the calls a lot more then.
What do you think? Do you think it's worth? It's called low delay mode.
It's not that. I just think that this is the natural challenge with lives. You know, you and I jump on an IG live and we're busy talking about stuff, not paying attention to comments. We look down at the comments and they're already 2 or 3 minutes old. And so there is a conversation happening within the live audience who's watching us. But, and then every time that you look at those comments, because they're a few minutes old, it's stopping the progress of fun and bringing you back that we all experienced 2 or 3 minutes ago. So it's just a weird, I don't know.
Well, we could try. We could try low, what is it called again? Low delay mode. We could try that. It's just, we probably need to have rock solid internet. So it's working out. Today we've just, I mean, I've been just doing interviews and calls all day long.
Have you done every single interview and call? Have you done every interview and call in front of that wacky painting?
Yeah, that's actually painted on the wall. That's not even a canvas or a hung thing. That's like the guy painted it on the wall.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's weird.
Mark, weird is good. Okay, appreciate art.
I actually don't. Yeah. Anyway, that falls into
that's
like
somebody's heart and soul right there.
Stuff. Yeah. No,
just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it's not good.
I appreciate the effort. I like it. I celebrate the effort, not the outcome. Not the outcome.
This is the most I think I've ever done on a Thursday, because normally by now I'm traveling to TDS. I have a little bit of a break.
No, normally by now we're doing this podcast.
I have 5-minute gaps.
We do.
Yeah, but then I'd have a break to get to TDS and you know, but it's fine. It's not happening. And then on the 5-minute breaks when I'm trying to get there live early for the next person, I'm getting questions live from the YouTube audience. So we're like squeezing in 1 or 2 questions in between. It's nonstop. I haven't eaten anything yet. This is the best. Let's go. Okay, what do we got, Mark? I'm ready.
I got to ask you this question.
Yeah.
This is a killer burning question.
Okay, yes.
You ready? You ready? Am I breaking up at all for
burning
you
question?
or not?
I'm very excited. Go. No, you're not breaking up at all.
That was actually my burning question. I was just setting you up just to get you really excited about something.
Oh, that sucks. That's disappointment. You're teaching me now that Mark Drager brings disappointing conversation.
I thought we changed my name from Mark Disappointed Drager to Mark Momentum Daniel Drager. And then
that's what I'm talking about.
And then you threw at me the other day the MMDD. Apparently those are my initials now, MMDD.
Yeah, no, but we changed the initials. All of them are lowercase except the second M. Lowercase m, capital M, lowercase d, lowercase d. MMDD.
Oh, MM. So Mark, Momentum Daniel Drager.
That's it. Now we're talking.
I like it. We
got to
come up with something right now. This is the name of the episode. Ready? Mark and Evan come up with the topic on the spot.
Great.
What do you want to talk about, Evan? The last bunch of episodes have literally been you just like continually like people are reaching out to me at this point, like concerned, concerned because
concerned.
Yeah, because you're so hard on me.
Listen, you know what? I just got off this amazing one of my favorite interviews of the past month with this woman who is I didn't know her before. We did a podcast together. Halfway through, I got upset at her for not having video. Like, why are we doing this audio only? And she's so expressive and just gushing love. And then I went hard on her. It's like, this has to be video. And went hard on her. She's like, man, you're so real. Thank you so much. And just gushing more love. She then asked, like, how do you push people? And how do you get people to take action? And like, here's the problem. When people see that, like the advice that I gave you, when I tell you that every single word that's coming out of your face is making me more upset because we're not doing video, that can sound really harsh to the outside world, right? But for you, it's exactly what you need to hear. Like for her, it's exactly
let's not go back to last week or the week before that or the week before that.
Okay, well then let's go somewhere you want to go, Mark. You said come with the topic. So tell me what you want to talk about.
Your favorite topic is just to be like, let's dig deeper into Mark again?
No, I'm okay with anything. Take us where you want to go. I just show up and I'm the donkey.
Okay.
Mush.
You just gave me a great idea.
You mush a donkey, that's right.
And this actually is something that's dear to me. So
is this now hyperbole or are we actually like dear to you?
No, it's dear to me. So I when I went to film school, we talked about that on one of the Q&As. I went to film school. I love documentary storytelling, documentary filmmaking. And so much of that is about making a connection with someone and asking them the right question at the right time in the right way, picking up on the nuances of what they're saying with really great follow-ups, digging deeper, pushing, leaving pauses. So much of this editing that I have to do for this audio podcast is literally me removing pauses because I'm willing to let you stop talking for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds before I jump in to make sure that you're done. So I've picked up all of these little tips and tricks, you know, as I've interviewed hundreds and hundreds and probably even thousands of people, you know, running my company. It doesn't make me better at job interviews, but it makes me really good at learning more about people. I am curious because I think I'm an amazing interviewer. You get interviewed all day long, every single day. So let's talk about interview skills, because I feel like I'm someone where I just let my curiosity and my real genuine interest in people just drive it. And so sometimes when I run out of curiosity, or I find out the person isn't that interesting, I feel like I'm caught off guard or scrambling. But you get interviewed all day, every day. So I'm not looking for now basic tips like, hey, know something about people and ask really great follow-ups and don't ask the same question everyone else asks. Those are all entry-level stuff. Let's talk advanced level interviewing people.
So yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, it's been all day interviews so far. I'm thinking back to today, what has made a great interview versus a bad one?
This woman is doing the best interview of the month with you.
Yeah.
Was it just the engagement and energy she brought? What made her so good at this?
If I'm looking at you, and this is a little weird because you're not interviewing me and this is an ongoing kind of show, right? But first, you should always intro the guest with what you care about from them. Never ask the guest to introduce themselves. Mm-hmm. It's a cop-out. Mm-hmm. Just say what you like about them, even if you make a mistake. I mean, I had Chase Jarvis on this morning on my IG Live. Nice. And I told them why I like Chase and his new book and what I'm learning from it. And I probably missed out 18 things from his bio that most people are just going to read out. Like, why do you care about this thing?
Aren't you on page 14 of his book or something?
39. But I got the book 3 days ago or something, and I'm a slow reader, you know? So I'm working my way through. And I was honest, but I get the thesis of the book, and that's what I'm tapping into. I'm not asking him. There was something specific in the book that I wanted to ask him out of curiosity from reading it. So always you introduce themselves. Already you're putting them on the right foot because this person actually cares about me. This person, yes, do your research, but don't just read the same bio. What do you actually love about this person that you're bringing on? And be willing to skip over 80% of the resume to let them know that you actually care about them. Then the first question needs to be, you have to have done in your research. It's not about finding their story and all that stuff. It's figuring out what is the thread that you really want to pull on. So when I went to go interview Tom Bilyeu, my very first question was, I want to focus on health, which is weird because I don't talk about health. And I said, what have you figured out your seasonal allergies? It's a question that I'm pretty sure nobody has ever asked him.
And you were super disappointed by the answer.
And I got mad at Tom too, because 70%, I forget what his answer was, 70% of the questions that he asks, he already knows the answer to. He's trying to set them up for something. Yes. And that pissed me off. Like, you should not know the answer. If you're asking questions you already know the answer to, then you have the same content as everybody else. So be willing to start with a totally random question.
I love it because, you know, through my interviews, you know, we've done projects where we've worked with like really, really successful large business leaders. So people who are general managers of you know, sports franchises, or, you know, flying to New York to interview someone who runs like the world's third largest agency, who you happen to know as well, because you have a connection with them about cars and stuff. But, you know, it's just really impressive people. And when their story is out there and they go into canned responses, my number one goal is to share a part of them, or a philosophy, or a story, or a little nugget that isn't already out there, because it's easy to go like, listen, the other thing that I know about interviewing is 80% of it is what the person brings to you. You have to ask the right questions and stuff like that. But a great interview versus an okay interview is like, how good is the person at being?
Okay.
How willing are they to play ball?
I would challenge both of those. I would challenge all three of those things if I can remember them in order.
So the first is
you're not working
to share.
No, hold on. I'm already going to forget. No, hold on. You don't even know what I'm picking apart. The first thing is you're looking for a little nugget you're looking for giant nuggets. The whole thing is nuggets. There's no one little tiny nugget that's new. The whole thing is new.
You didn't let me finish, but that's okay. You didn't let me finish.
The whole thing is giant nuggets across the board where you don't know the answer to, not just adding little nuggets on top of their current story. The second thing was, I'm forgetting and I'm pissed off. What was the second thing?
I said
nuggets
looking for nuggets, and then so much of what makes a really great interview is the person willing to play ball.
Yeah. Before that, you said 80%. There's so much of what they bring.
Oh,
but in the middle, there was something else.
To share a story that hasn't been told before.
No,
their operating philosophy and what they think and how they think.
No.
That was it. I said I've interviewed all these people.
No, there wasn't. It was not it. There's 1,000% something else in there that I wanted to pick on. Anyway,
it'll come to you. It'll come to you because your memory.
It's not 80%. It's not 80%. Don't think that. I mean, look at TD Jakes. You know TD Jakes? Bishop TD Jakes?
I've heard of him, but no,
okay.
I've never
Bishop
heard of him.
TD Jakes is one of the greatest pastors in terms of, you meant like his message, not like his message, but in terms of energy, delivery. This guy is on stage yelling, like sweating, like he is 1,000% committed to his message, right? And it moves people, right? I love it. High energy. And we're doing top 10s on him, and some of them he's so energetic and he's like responsive, and it's great energy. And then other times when the interviewer sucks, he sucks. Like
no. So listen. You're not taking what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, as a great interviewer, if you are a great interviewer, then what lets you down is the person against you not playing ball. I'm not suggesting that you can't be a great interviewee.
That was it. You have to know how to make them play ball.
Okay.
Look at how much I pushed Tom in that interview, because I knew him and I knew I could pull on these threads. If I pushed too far, it could have been offensive. And if I didn't push enough, it could have been weak sauce and got nothing. Mm-hmm. Knowing how to work your way in to give them the environment so that they play ball is the whole game. That's point number 2. We nailed it.
Which is what brings me to the importance of immersive, I don't want to say research, immersion. You can pull on those things and understand Tom because you're immersed in his world.
Nope. All you need is one thing.
No, you don't. So here's an example. I was to sit down with a person who runs like one of Canada's largest retailers in fashion, a huge, she runs New York stuff and just really deep into fashion. And as I was digging deeper into her story, I found out that she moved from another country and that she told I found this really odd story about her waking up on a cold London morning with her dad and looking out at the skyline, and none of it plays into her business sense. None of it makes sense. But to me, the fact that she recalled that in an article that we found seems strange or poignant in her life. So I wanted to start the conversation there because to me, so much of what happens with childhood and how we change and how we move and all that. And so I looked for that. That's what I mean by immersion. It's like, I don't need to know every single thing about her cadence and how she speaks and all of these things. What I want to do is I want to find the thing that I think is really interesting to hone in on, that isn't trampled ground, isn't something that everyone talks about and everyone asks about. So that way I can open up the conversation to, what did that moment mean, and why did that stick with you, and what is it about your dad's relationship, and how do you think that shapes how you look at this and how do you understand people and all of those things?
Yes, you need to find one thing that you can pull a thread on, and that is not immersion.
But I wouldn't have found that story if we hadn't done great research.
You do your research until you find one thing that you can pull on that you are genuinely curious about. That is nowhere close to immersion. I don't know how you define immersion.
The reason I said immersion as opposed to research is because research is a hunting thing, and immersion is soaking things up.
You're a hunting thing. You're finding one thing that you want to talk to them about, and that's it. You don't need to watch every video. Listen, the reason why the Tom interview was great because I love Tom and I know so much about his content. And I pulled the allergy thing because I was immersed in it and I heard him say it once on some live stream, and so it stuck with me. But you don't necessarily need to do all of that. You just have to find the one thing that you are genuinely curious about that others may not know or usually ask or talk about. But from there, it's creating the environment through the love and attention to what they're saying that allows you to go in a direction that nobody's ever taken them before. Because you genuinely care about their answer. You're not thinking about where the next question is or where this interview is going because of love. Like, I had to stop that interview with the woman to say, I'm so upset that we're not filming this on video. Like, I have to interrupt you and she's going on and gushing and like, I've done 200 interviews and you're in my top 3 and like, thank you so much.
Top 3. My question would be, who the heck are the other 2?
It wasn't the right vibe. That's the right vibe for me and you. It's not the right vibe for me and her.
Okay.
That's the whole game. All she's talking about is
that's the whole game. Everything's the whole game. Everything's the whole game.
Listen, all she's talking about is how humble I am and loving and caring and generous and just gushing warm, fuzzy feelings. That's not this, right? I mean, it is, but it's just it's a totally different tone. That ability, it's the same thing when you're doing a job interview or anything else. That ability to be able to match them and wear their skin and be with them and focus and pay attention and genuinely care about them is the thing that creates the environment for them to be willing to play ball. Don't put it on the guest, put it on yourself. They didn't play ball. I suck. Let's go.
I don't disagree with you. I don't listen.
It doesn't mean that you're going to get it every time. You might have people who are really closed-minded and fine, but don't default to saying, well, 80% is you, 20% is the guest. You're bringing them on for a reason. You want to get their story out. You have to create the power that nobody's ever heard before. Mm-hmm. That's 80% you, 20% the guest.
I agree with you.
Okay, great. Well, that's the opposite of what you said at the beginning. It said 80% is the guest.
Oh, no, sorry. I don't agree with you then. I don't agree with you then, only because you have to be a professional. You have to come prepared, and you can hit the person with where you want to start. And, depending on how seasoned they are as an interviewer, they may literally just take it wherever they want to go. And you can say, well, that's really great. Thank you so much. But here, and you can circle around on it. And you can try a different angle. You can try a different thing. You can let it go.
That's still you. No, that's you. You didn't create the environment. Oprah's interviews crush.
Yes. Oprah is next level.
I'm talking about get next level. Oprah would not do a crappy interview. She creates the environment that lets people express and be vulnerable and share themselves, and
Oprah
she's with them.
Is so ridiculously prepared. It's amazing.
But Oprah can do it. Why can't you? It's possible. You just suck, and you're not willing to take accountability.
Cool. We all suck. Not willing to take accountability. Yes. I'm wrong, Evan. Yes. Let's go.
Yeah, but you got to believe it. I mean, and it's not you just suck. Anybody, it's that mindset that sucks. I think you could do it. Listen, this is what happened. Get that same person. Let's figure out a way to make this challenge happen. Okay, we'll send that person to Mark Drager, who can't be broken, and his interview sucks, and then send it to Oprah and watch her crush that person and be like the greatest interview of all time. Same person, different interview.
Hey man, listen. Yeah. I started this off. I don't want to come across as not humble, but I started this off by saying I'm amazing at interviewing people. So because that
not compared to Oprah.
No, not compared to Oprah. You're right. No, I have room to grow in that regard.
Yes, Oprah's not going to blame it on the guest.
I love how much you've grabbed onto this one little thing. You're feeling feisty.
Topic. I wanted to talk about something else.
No, tips. I wanted to talk about tips about interviewing and stuff. But why? What did you want to talk about?
This is the actual greatest tip of all time. Like, this is what you need the most.
So for all of those listeners,
yeah,
who have to interview people,
yeah.
Evan's tip is it's all you. Create an environment.
Yes.
Find the thing you want to tease out, and then be strong enough and willing enough, and with context and politeness and all of those things to push.
And ask questions that actually don't think about the audience, think about yourself. Because in thinking about yourself, you're actually doing the.
See, that's what you hate about Tom, right? Because you hate that he's only thinking about the audience.
Sometimes.
He asks questions that he already knows the answer to because he's trying to tee it up to try and have a good interview so that way it makes sense in context without a lot of editing and is a great video for the audience. That bothers you.
For the 70% of his questions, yes. That's what he said. 70%, I know the answer to. Mm-hmm. Those questions bother me. The 30% are the most interesting ones. Like when he asks on health theory, his last question on health theory is always, what's the greatest impact? If they had one habit or one thing that changed in their life, the greatest impact on them, what would it be? And then I hate that it's at the end because there's no room to pull. He pulled on it once with Dame Dash. because Dame said couldn't let it go. And they spoke for another like 20 minutes afterwards. And I loved it. That should be every episode. And like lead with that question. I want the person on to talk about nutrition, but then the number one thing that they say is sleep. And he doesn't want it to be a sleep episode because this person's an expert at nutrition. It's wrong. Mm-hmm. If the number one thing that this person thinks that you need to improve on is your sleep, then let's pull on that thread and say, man, I thought we were going to talk about nutrition today. Tell me why.
Man, while we're talking about sleep, I now have to report back, obviously, to the podcast listeners every time that I make myself proud through effort and not outcome. But
okay, good. I like that,
dude. I slept so poorly last night, and so I woke up at 2, and then like 2:30. Between 2 and 4:30, I woke up eight times.
How come?
And I was just
how come?
I was tossing. I had weird dreams. My stomach was hurting and stuff. So
what are you dreaming about? Oh my God.
They were just like stress dreams. I was like worried I was going to miss my alarm. I don't remember them at this point, but I took some Tums and then anyway. So I got up this morning though. I went to the gym and I'm just like, this is going to be really hard because I did not sleep last night. And yesterday at the gym was terrible because my stomach was killing me as well. And all of this stuff.
Dude.
I think it's my fasting. Because I've been fasting until like 5 or 6 p.m. and then I go home and eat, but I'm eating now too late. And so the next morning when I wake up, it's just like, you can't hit the gym after like eating all that food and sleeping on it and stuff. So
you need to fix this. Like
I did. I started eating.
Mark Drager is a pillar of our community. And we need him healthy.
Wow, good callback to the man who stopped you while you were climbing a tree as a young boy to say, Evan Carmichael, you are a pillar of our community.
We need you healthy, man. Fix it. Let's go.
Yeah, no. So I started eating at 2:00 now. I got to stop eating. I got to actually fast less, so just to give it up. But dude, I crushed it at the gym today. It was so good.
Awesome, man. Fist bump right there. Boom.
Yeah.
Right there. Let's go.
How do we get there? We're talking about sleep. We're talking about interviewing. We're back to interviewing. So what did you want to talk about? Like 5 minutes ago.
I have no agenda. Coming in. I react to what you want to talk about. That's how this show works.
You said, you wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about something else. What was that something else?
You said it's the same topic that we talked about last week and the week before. So I don't.
You just want to pick me apart.
No. I was trying to help.
Okay.
Sometimes that means picking you apart, and sometimes that means saying, Mark, you're a pillar of the community. Take care of yourself.
Why, thank you.
Right?
What does that even mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Anyway, yeah, you're a pillar of the community?
Yeah, you're a pillar of the community. Yes, the create matters. And if you weren't around, it would be devastating. So take care of yourself.
I appreciate that. I went suit shopping for the first time. I don't own a suit. I have to go to an event next week. I own a suit.
That's such a random transition from this amazing compliment. Okay.
No, because you made me think of it. So I'm like, okay, so now that I have like
so going suit shopping, okay, great.
Yeah, so I have this new body, new you type thing.
Nice,
right? I'm down to new sizes. I'm shopping in cool places. I'm wearing bloody skinny pants and Air Jordan shoes.
The sneaker game is strong.
Yeah, I really like these. So I'm like, you know what? I got to get a suit. I've never been into H&M in my life because I could never fit. It wasn't cut for me. I'm like, I'm going to go into H&M and see. And oh man, it was both anxiety riddling. I know you say I get anxiety about the wrong things, but I pick up this suit that I think is amazing. I like it. I try it on and it looks amazing if I stand still. If I don't move, I gotta maybe I'll show you a picture of it. I think I look next level. I don't know if you can see that.
Nice, dude. Wow.
So anyway, I have this on and I'm like, I look great. Like
I'm crushing it. Okay.
It's a little too like I used to wear a 46 jacket. This is down to a 40. Okay. I used to wear like a 38 pants. These are down to like 32. Well, so here's the thing. So I'm like, if I stand straight, I look great. But then I went to see well, can I drive in this?
No, you can't. Not yet. But you can, right? Like if you were, you still need to lose how much?
Well, so here's the thing. So maybe more. So I have this.
But hold on. Just follow this train of thought because I'm going to forget it and it's amazing.
Yeah.
You'll remember yours. That looks amazing, dude. Okay, but like if you get down to if you drop your 15 extra, will that suit?
Oh, fit? I think beautifully. So here's
so here's what you do. You buy the suit. Tell me you bought the suit. Did you buy the suit?
No.
You buy the suit.
I put it back up on the shelf, and I felt
Christ.
super. So here's the thing. So hold on.
No,
so
hold on.
Can I drive? No.
Let me
finish.
You're gonna buy the suit.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna do your photo shoot.
Yes, in that suit.
And that's the suit. Yes. When is your photo shoot happening?
Well, I was actually just thinking of that this morning. I was like, I was thinking I should buy the suit and do the photo shoot in the suit because it looks really good.
That's what I'm saying, man. This is not idea to procrastination time.
So
idea to action. Let's go.
Here's
Buy
what
the
happened.
suit.
So I put the suit on, and it's like it's a little tight to button up without puffing, but that's okay. I can get the event without doing up my jacket. It'll still look good. And I'm wearing these things, and I'm like, this is amazing. And then I was like, well, let me just check something. And there's a stool in the change room. So I'm like, let me try sitting down. They're not stretchy pants at all. They're skinny pants, but they're not stretchy. I couldn't sit down.
I get it. You'll rip it. Yes.
No, like literally my legs wouldn't bend.
Great. And if you forced it, you would rip it. Awesome. You got to lose 15 more pounds.
I did force it. I did sit down in them just because I was like, I haven't bought these yet. So if they rip, they rip. But anyway, so
wow, Mark.
What?
Wow. You're way more ethical than that.
No. If they did rip, I would have gone up and been like, listen, I tried these things on. The pants were only $35 or $40 or something. But anyway, so I'm like, should I buy them? Shouldn't I buy them? I don't want to spend all this money on something. So I put
$35, all this money. Jesus. Okay, yeah.
But anyway, so I want to spend $200 on a suit. You know, like I get really anxious about money and buying something and then it not fitting or me not looking good. But if I went up a size, it was way too baggy. Like it looked terrible going up a size. So I just left because of the limbo, because it's like, this one's too tight. That one's too big. Should I spend this money? I don't know. But I texted my wife and I said, I gotta bring you back here and help me make this decision.
Oh my God, Mark, no, just do it.
It could be gone already. It was like the last jacket with the last pair that fit me with the last shirt.
Dude, this is Beats headphones all over again.
Yeah, but the Beats headphone fit. But yes, I did feel anxious about these Beats headphones because they were overpriced when I bought them. But they did change my life as well. I don't know if a suit is going to change my life, man.
Of course it will.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're going to take an epic picture and put that on that wall instead of Ben Folds 5. Mark has a picture of himself doing a selfie. We're on the plane together. He said he looked awkward in selfies, so I made him take one. And I want him to have a badass picture of himself saying, look what I can be. With a celebrity photographer, you with that suit and like a flamethrower, or sitting on a car,
I thought you wanted a giant cat, you said.
Giant cat, or standing in a pool, something extreme that Mark Drager would never do.
Right.
And like, that's what we're making. A $200 investment. You're going to spend more than that on a photographer. And you can take back the suit if you don't like it. So make it happen, Mark.
Yeah, you like that? You think I should?
Yes, momentum, dude. Yes, you already had the idea. Idea to action. Go. The best you can do is leave work early today.
Right.
The suit.
Forget about sales. Forget about the contracts I need to set or interviewing people or hiring people.
Yes.
I need to drive to the H&M and buy a suit that's too tight for me to wear and sit down in. And then, so this is actually where I thought of this, because I was at the gym today crushing it. And then I just need to lose probably like 10 pounds. So that way I can actually wear it without walking around like this all the time.
And hang that suit up in your office on the door. Dude, this is the single greatest decision you can make for your business and your life this week.
There. That just for people on YouTube. That's the photo of me on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the photo of me on the plane. You're looking good. And then this is the photo of me trying to figure out. This is the photo of me trying to figure out what I look like in a suit.
So good. Dude, that's the greatest decision you can make for your business and life this week. Is to drop everything and go buy. You have to buy that suit today.
Do I?
Yes.
And then what do I wear for this big event on Monday? I show up in the suit and just hope it works?
What does it matter?
That's the whole reason I went out to get this suit. I have this event I have to go to and show up in a suit.
It became something way more important.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that. But here's the thing, like I spent an hour and 15 minutes just like not knowing what to do. Like
I know.
I put the suit down. I went to the store next door. I went to Zara. I came back. I looked at it again, and I was like, finally, I was like, I just can't make this decision, and I left.
More than that. You wasted way more time than just an hour and a half in the store. It's all day. It's still wasting time. Go do it. Teach yourself that Mark Drager takes action, and let's go.
Let's go.
Buy the suit, hang it up, schedule your photo shoot. You got to drop 10, 15 pounds by that day. That's the greatest thing you can do in your life, dude. That has ripple effects everywhere. Yes.
I even shaved. I even shaved just for the first time in a really long time because I was like, ooh, getting kind of thin.
I can see a jawline.
Anyway.
Hello.
There you go. Anyway,
Yeah.
So what? You literally want to cut the podcast short so I can run away and go buy a suit?
Yes. Yeah. Idea to procrastination, right? Let's go.
See, it does turn into Evan just pushing Mark in the end anyway.
Whatever. Look at the smile.
But I just got to report. I know because it's funny. I just got to report back what's happening. I got to. This is my outlet to share. Things are falling apart around us. Everything's burning down. Sorry, guys. I got to go to H&M to buy a suit to make myself proud.
Yeah.
This is a classic Evan move. His obsession on something very small representing something much, much bigger.
Because it actually does. Mark Drager being awesome. Period. That's what it represents. Because Mark Drager feels like a little turtle.
A little turtle.
Hiding inside his shell. Not making a decision. Overwhelmed by the world.
Yeah, I did get really, 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 really anxious about spending the money and then being mad about spending the money and maybe it'd be a mistake and maybe it wouldn't fit and
Turtle.
Yeah.
Turtle. Let's go. Mark Drager is awesome.
Awesome. So let's end it here then.
Love you, Mark. Have fun.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm here at the mall. I just left the podcast and now I'm at a mall near my office. I'm not at the one I went to last night. This is so silly. Let's see if they have this suit so I can make myself proud and Evan stop bugging me. Found the pants. I need the jacket. So they have pants. No jackets. So I found them. And they don't have my size. Is there any chance, if it's not out on the floor, that you'd have a different size of this?
No, it's just what's over there.
It's just whatever's on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay, well. Thank you. Okay, got the pants, got the shirt. Do not have the jacket.
The thing is, I don't actually have time to go to another mall right now and do this because I'm now running late for meet the teacher night at school and dinner and kids and everything else. So now I'm not even actually sure when I'm going to be able to get this next thing. But I think I will call the other mall and see if they will pick up and hold it for me. Are you sure that, Evan, this is the most important thing I'm supposed to do? Okay. It is now much later. It's 8 p.m. I'm on my way to mall number 2 to look for this jacket for this suit that Evan insists that I have to buy right away. Idea to action. Okay, moment of truth. Do they have it? Let's see. This is the one that I tried on yesterday. I got it. Jacket, pants, shirt. I got it all. And you know what? This seemed like a really fun and exciting idea this afternoon when we started. And now I just feel a little bit foolish, actually. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I feel, okay, cool. I bought a suit. I think I'm going to look awesome in the suit. I know this is not a great way to end a podcast, but I did the challenge. Idea to action. Got all the lessons. I understand that, but I still feel a little bit silly. So let me know when you think. That's it. I mean, I can't say anything else. Let me know what you think. I did it. I was really worried actually at first because when I went to the first mall and I couldn't find the store, and then found the store, couldn't find the pants, found the perfect size, couldn't find the jackets, found the jackets. They didn't have my size. And then all evening now I was worried that I wasn't going to get it. Now I got the jacket. Now I got everything. And now what's next is just need to lose 10 pounds or whatever, get fit, get more fit. Get the picture, get the lion, get the flamethrower, get all that stuff that Evan wants me to do. Put the picture up on the wall, be proud of myself. Let's go.
Mark, you did it! How? Woo! Go, Mark! We love you!
If you want to see the last episode of my podcast with Mark, it's fire. The link is right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Evan in this podcast is in front of the earth. It's not the most fun episode for Mark, but Evan has a lot of fun.